My name is Zack Beer. I learned Tibetan studying in Kathmandu in Nepal for 11 years, where I studied and taught at Rinpoche Geshe Institute. And after that, I started a PhD at UC Berkeley in California. So I'm the translation team lead at Khyentse Vision Project. I would say that two things from my life have really helped me and supported me in my work in Khyentse Vision Project. One of them is the work I did in the past for the Dharma Chakra Translation Committee under Chicken Rinpoche, where I really learned, along with the members of the team, how to be humble as a translator, how to get help from my fellow translators, and just really what it means to be a member of a team in the best sense of that word. The other thing that often comes to my mind while I'm working for Khyentse Vision Project is a trip I took to Tibet years ago, where I got to spend a month living and studying at Dzongtsar. And for me, that experience often comes to my mind as some kind of inspiration while I'm doing my work with Khyentse Vision Project. So I have translated one of Jamye Khyentse Wangpo's poems. It's a very short poem. He calls it a song. But what was really nice working through trying to translate that poem was how you got to really see how Jamye Khyentse Wangpo's mind worked, what kind of imagination he had. I could see working on the poem how he was struck and moved by the things around him, whether it's the way that animals were playing in the valley where he lived, whether it was the patterns formed by foam on a river or the way mist forms on a mountain. Jamye Khyentse Wangpo had a real poet's sensibility, and it was a really special experience to get inside his mind while translating that poem. My hope personally is that Khyentse Vision Project can really bring to light something about Jamye Khyentse Wangpo's curiosity. He was somebody who had an incredible curiosity for other traditions. He didn't see himself limited by one particular perspective or a school or worldview. And so my personal hope is that that way of thinking, that kind of expansive way of looking at the world can infect people like me as a scholar, that it can infect people who want to practice in his tradition and carry on his legacy, so that we can have a more expansive and broad view of the world that's not limited by our kind of tribal ways of thinking.